What's up, everybody? A week ago, there was a rumor that The Lords of the Fallen was going to be releasing on October 13th of this year. And it turns out that a trailer just dropped this morning, and the rumor is true. It is indeed releasing in just a couple months. So we'll be taking a deep dive into the trailer and analyzing what you may have missed. Just to make sure we're on the same page, I'm going to play the trailer in its entirety, and then we will talk about it. But just before we get started, I want to thank every single one of you who subscribed and helped me hit 1,000 subscribers, which is a fantastic milestone. Just 2 weeks ago, I was at 150, so we grew very, very quick. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss another video. With that out of the way, let's get right into it.
Mornstead has fallen, its great army decimated by the legions of Adir, the demon god. But one light still flickers in the ever-growing gloom, the light of the Dark Crusader.
The radiance of Mornstead withers. Idir's darkness threatens to desolate our world. Ascend to Aureus, my child. As his holy redeemer.
In light we walk.
In light we walk.
Burn their very souls to ash.
Your flesh has been made sacrosanct with the mark of the Dark Crusaders.
I am a man who walks alone, and when I'm walking a dark road, at night or strolling through the park.
Great potential dwells within you, doubtless, for you to be chosen thusly.
Fear of the dark. Fear of the dark. I have a phobia that someone's always there.
Prove yourself worthy of this gift.
By your radiance, grant me the strength to continue to endure these dark days.
Relinquish the lamp, and your suffering ends.
Another unfortunate made a slave to unceasing hunger. I pity you.
Reignite the blessed beacons of Mornstead and thwart Adir's cataclysmic resurrection.
So first of all, let me say that this trailer has me sold. I am thoroughly impressed, and if this is how the game is going to look and is going to feel when it comes out, I am sure that they will knock it out of the park. So as soon as I'm done editing this video, I will be pre-ordering it. But let's get into the trailer analysis. The intro scene is absolutely glorious. You see this huge cathedral, and it has this gothic vibe that is honestly pretty awesome. Now the game looks very, very different than the first one aesthetic wise. The first one looked a little bit cartoony, almost like Remnant, where it had those very bright colors. This seems like it's going to be a dark fantasy setting, and that's something I'm very excited for. Now let's talk about the gameplay. So in the first scene, the player is fighting some huge gargoyle vampire monster demon, and you can see here that you have multiple mobility options. So in some cases he's doing a Bloodborne quickstep, and in other cases it looks like he's doing a Dark Souls 3 roll. So it might be like Nioh 2, where if you press the button once you do a quick step, and if you press it twice then you do a further roll. And I like that way of doing things because it allows for a fast-paced combat, but you still have the option to roll for iframes if you want to put more distance between you and the enemy. In the next scene, the trailer is showcasing the semi-open world of the game, and this looks absolutely gorgeous. Obviously this game is in Unreal Engine 5, that's why it's able to pull off graphics like this, and this would not be able to run on the old gen consoles, and that's why I am thrilled that this is a current gen only game. It's about time that we ditch the old gen and move on with the new, because we need more games like this with impressive graphics. The next scene is very interesting because it's showcasing one of the most unique features I have seen in a Souls game. Basically, Lords of the Fallen runs on a parallel universe, and you have this lantern that is a key component of the game that reveals the other universe that for now we are going to call the Underworld, or whatever you want to call it. And I find that very interesting. It really harnesses the power of the new consoles by being able to have two environments ready to switch back from one to the other at a moment's notice. In the next scene, the player is activating what looks to be the equivalency of a bonfire in this game, and it is a skeleton holding a lamp. So that's where you'll be able to rest, level up your stats, and so on. So in the next section, we see a cut of combat encounters, and honestly, the combat really reminds me of Bloodborne. It looks like it is fast-paced, and the main defensive tactic is using quick steps, although we do see usage of shields as well. You have some interesting abilities like that throw a line of fire. This game looks extremely promising. Now there is also some verticality, as we can see, charge attacks, and critical strikes. It also looks like we will have access to spells. In this gameplay segment, the player is calling down meteors, and he is also spewing fire from his hand, similar to the fire magic we see in Elden Ring, although I really hope that there will be other schools of magic in this game. So far I have only seen fire. In the next scene, we have this Valkyrie that is letting herself fall from a building, and honestly it looks incredible. It looks like the developers are putting a lot of attention to details in the environment, in the cutscenes, and this could be very promising for the story. After this, we see some more action gameplay where you have a boss that is mounting a three-headed creature. The player is also fighting a dragon, and he's fighting a very quick enemy that is jumping around very fast, and it looks like there will also be some flashy gameplay elements in this game. In the next fight, we see the player fighting a Malenia looking character where she has some very weighted attacks that look like they have huge impacts. And in the next scene, he's fighting some type of demon rock monster where this guy has a huge boulder attached to his arm. Honestly, everything looks fantastic. The only thing I'm wondering is there going to be a parry mechanic in the game? I love games that have a very tight parry mechanic, kind of like Sekiro and Wolong. So that's it for the video. I'm definitely pre-ordering this one, and you best believe I'll be covering it in the future. Hopefully it sets a path for awesome new AAA Souls-like coming in the next couple years. Because yes, From Software are the greatest, there are still some other companies that are able to pull off some pretty decent games. So thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss another video. And I'll see you guys on the next one.